Hi, my name is Steve Osburn of Oz's Music here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Thank you for your time. My first recollection of wanting to be a composer was getting on a bus going to school as a kindergartner. I realized I had a very long ride and thought I'd be bored. So I remember leaning my head against the window and thinking, I'll just turn on the radio in my head. So in 5th grade, I had a experience of choosing instruments that I thought was really inadequate. And so that influenced my decision to create a music environment for children that I've done since 1979, creating a space where children and adults can come in and find their instrument. We have about 50 instruments here at the music environment at Oz's Music, and I've had the opportunity to really specialize in music enrichment, and this has led me in many directions. One of the most gratifying things I do is working with a band called No Obstacles and Storm Waves. These are young, exceptional musicians, I like to call them. Some people call them special needs. They got special gifts as well, and I'm lucky enough to co-compose with these folks, and it's a wonderful thing to be able to play music and co-compose with these very special individuals. I also had a friend recently that died of Alzheimer's, and in his name I thought I should just devote some time to the memory care unit, and with the intent of trying to help him get a grant. And last year we were lucky enough to get a grant in conjunction with the Eastern Michigan University's Music Therapy Department. So it's very gratifying to know that I planted that seed and that continues to grow as far as music therapy for the Alzheimer's folks. In the mid-'70s, a friend of mine brought over a guitar player issue that featured an article about Emmett Chapman, and it was the beginning of a whole new approach of expressing myself musically through this very unique instrument that you don't pluck, strum, bow. You tap the strings to the fret. And you can use both hands, and it's just a wonderful instrument that has a range of as low as a bass and as high as an electric guitar. It's also stereo output. And Emmett Chapman single-handedly has brought a whole new wave of musicians that tap. It's also become quite popular with guitar to tap, but this instrument specifically for that technique. And so I eventually became the only dealer and only authorized retail dealer in the country of the Chapman stick, and I'm lucky enough to have played it for a few decades now. And I got it as a clean slate to compose on. To me, it was a chance to compose without other influences.
stand on while Leslie
Hello,
takes your order. So
yeah,
let's
ring you up, take your repair.
That's
you
right.
Know, try and help you with what you need, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
So Leslie, tell us about. I mean, you've been at Oz's. You know, you are Oz Music. You and Steve are Oz Music, but you like run the show for like decades. And what's so special about Oz's music?
What's so special about Oz's music? I don't know. I think we try to make it a community is what's so special. You know, we try not to be more than what we are. We do the best with what we've got, and we try to make people feel at home. I think that's what's special about Oz's.
I would vouch for that. It's like the coolest music store. Like I said before, like you got your Amazon, you got your other guys, but Oz's music is like good.
Yeah, we try to find the unique and unusual because Steve won't let that go.
Like, what do we have that's weird today?
Oh, what do we have? Well, I mean, we got the movie
gourds,
in the front room. We've got the, an accordion.
Accordions.
Once in a while, we get the.
We got glass. Oh yeah, we got a wall of crazy stuff here.
We've got the Sub-Sahara. We've got the.
Whoa, check that out.
I'm not even quite sure. I think that instrument
that's
is
beautiful.
pretty cool.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think Ken just found a new instrument.
Some, Indian dulcimer, full hammered dulcimer, those kind of things. We're always looking to take those kind of things.
Theremins and bass
the guitar,
pedals. I mean, my gosh, all in one little place. Oh, glass flutes.
Oh,
recorders.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
Wood recorders.
Yeah,
and
tenor recorders and yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's not about the stuff, but the stuff reflects the philosophy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And they got electronic pedals and used synthesizers.
Right, and we try to carry what people can, usually trying to fit our customers and our students.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Reeds and all
that. Because we really
that.
revolve around our lessons, of course, as well. And
But it's,
excuse the hooks on the wall that are empty. We're like everyone else trying to get stuff during the pandemic here. So.
This Oz's music is perfect imperfection.
Yeah.
With the biggest heart around.
Yeah.
Old school, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't find,
Definitely old school.
It's old school, man, and that's okay because you can go everywhere else and get new school.
Yeah.
But you can only come to Oz's music and get old school.
Yeah.
Got books.
That probably reflects our age a little, but that's
okay. It could because no, I mean no. Well, all right, Leslie. Anything else you want to throw out there?
No, just people always feel free to stop on by and make Oz's your home. That's our goal. So yeah.
Beautiful. Final shot credits, techno music.
Are you gonna send it
One.
to our...
Wait a minute. And Nash, don't get kicked out of the
Are you
brass
gonna
band
send it to our moms?
before we even get going. This means
Are you
no
gonna send
sound.
the pictures to our moms?
1, 2, 3, go. Now this time I'm going to ask you to use your tongue to stop and start the note like. And Dan's going to play Twinkle, and you're going to do the best you can at playing the rhythm of Twinkle with us. Please don't play right now.
I think I'm the best at playing it. Can I show you the rhythm?
Oh, not right now. We're going to have everybody do it, okay? Twinkle, twinkle. Just think the words and play every part of each word with a buzz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big ending. Hey, they all ended right. That didn't sound too shabby.
Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4.
fixed apart. Yeah, with his fixed apart. Hey, Oz.
On behalf of the Treetown Ukes, we want to thank you for your support of all these years.
Hurry up and get well so you can get back to doing all the great things you do.
Get well soon. That's an order.
Hi, thanks for tuning in. My name is Becky Hankin, and I am just one of a large community of parents of young people for whom Steve Osburn has opened the doors of music. For more than 26 years, in the encouraging, accepting environment that Steve creates, No Obstacles musicians discover joy, connection, and their own uniqueness. No Obstacles parents know something about Steve. He's magical.
Third chord in a week.
Third chord in a week.
Roger, count us in.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In my own words, No Obstacles is a multi-genre band composed of people with varying levels of ability and disability. We have some songs that are reminiscent of power pop.
The band has gone through different changes and stuff, different people over the years.
I really like the No Obstacles.
It feels like we're really jamming with a side of peanut butter and salmon.
I like to play country music.
So No Obstacles is a band composed of people with varying levels of ability and disability.
I know exactly how they feel because I face a lot of complications with my disabilities and difficulties.
There's Anthony, a young black kid. He can't really speak, but when he gets behind a keyboard, but the other half of the time, he channels Beethoven or Stevie Wonder, and he plays these amazing piano licks.
My name is Dylan Northrup. I'm mostly a rock drummer. I don't know like a lot of like jazz styles or anything like that. I've always been very passionate about music. And a typical kid would want to play with toys and stuff growing up, but not me. I would want to play my dad's records and CDs.
He's got a lot of attitude, not in the bad way.
Break a leg too? Yeah, I heard that.
No, give me the drum thing.
My name is Dave Hankin, but in No Obstacles, people call me Cyclone. I started playing music in 9th grade in high school because it was a dream of mine when I started listening to the Beatles. I play guitar, but I really miss the clarinet, so I'm thinking soon I can take them in turns. Music is part of my life, and I love doing it with my friends.
Steve Oz. He owns the practice space.
You are viewing Oz's worst employee.
He's a very generous man.
Your employees are doing it wrong?
Yeah. Paying him to break my strings.
He makes sure everyone has an instrument to play and is keeping along.
All right, you're tuned up for now.
Oh, thank you.
Plugged in.
The Wizard of Steve Oz,
Do you guys call him that?
occasionally.
Here we are at Muruga studio, just mellowing out like they like to do in a new age fashion. We got Dan Bilich, who put together the GoFundMe page, and you should have those links here. They'll share them with you.
What was that like? It was We Heart Oz, WEHEARTOZ. Put that into Google, you're going to get there.
Yeah.
Good. We Heart Oz.
Dan?
My turn. Hello. I guess most of y'all know Steve Osburn, know Oz's music. It's a wonderful place, and we can take it for granted if we don't watch ourselves because it's been there for so long. It's been there for like forever.
30, 35, or something crazy.
And yet, there's a couple key people that make it happen. And Steve Osburn and his wife, Leslie Zager, are probably the two ones that gotta be mentioned. And whenever I say Oz, I'm talking about Steve Osburn. Oz got sick this past year, and he just had a heart operation. And thankfully, he's doing well. He's still mending. He's not yet perfect, but he's getting there. And we want to help out with two things. One is just a celebration of Oz and Oz's. Like I said, we take it for granted, and it seems like we do, but we really don't when you start talking to people. People notice it's there, and we notice if it weren't there, that's for darn sure. And that's one thing, is to celebrate Oz and Oz's, and the other thing is to do this GoFundMe, which is to bring in some money to take a little bit of the weight off of Steve and Leslie going forward to make it easier. You know, Steve can't teach right now, Oz can't teach right now for a little bit, and rather, anyhow, enough. The point is, if Oz has given so much to the community, and Leslie has given so much to the community, it's time to give back.
Yeah.
And so we have this GoFundMe, and it's We Heart Oz, WEHEARTOZ, GoFundMe. But if you just go to Google and put in We Heart Oz, like I just spelled it out, you'll get there. I have a quick story, and then I met Oz forever ago. I met him at a Julian Bream concert at Hill Auditorium in probably 1977. And we met through a friend, Tim Twiss, and that was like super good way to meet someone because we both had this really cool person in common. And a couple years later, it was 1982, and I'd gotten to know Oz some. I'd been back in town here, and there was a friend of his from high school was visiting at my house, and we were talking about Oz, and I said then, man, you know, Oz should be a national park. And I meant it. It just felt like there was something about, you've not met someone exactly like Oz. There's something about his being and demeanor and who he is as a musician that he's a welcoming place, and he is a music environment in of himself. And I meant it when I said that. And lo and behold, something like almost 40 years have gone by, and it kind of has almost become a city park anyhow.
That's right.
And a regional park.
A local legend, and his influences.
You'll see in this as you stick with this celebration and fundraiser, just the place that Oz has come to play and the role he's played in so many people's lives. And so that's where I'm coming back to it. He had this rough patch. We want to celebrate Oz's, and in the course of celebrating Oz's, asked the community to send some love back to Oz, both with music and patronage, and take lessons, and also there's a GoFundMe page that I mentioned at We Heart Oz, WEHEARTOZ.
Speaking of lessons, this next section that you're about to watch is a lot of the teachers. Oz is all about education, and he's about many things about love, but education as well. He was a Montessori, he studied Montessori, he's been teaching again for a bunch of years, but you'll see in this next section, you'll meet a bunch of the people that teach at Oz's Music, and they're all going to offer their own musical offerings. So you'll just get a feel for some of that, and there'll be a few more teachers later in another section, but what you'll see next is offering from teachers at Oz and people that are associated with him. Thank you. Aaron, we're ready for the next section.
Hey Steve, it's Alyssa. I'm a relatively new teacher at Oz's Music, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for your service to the community. And all my students have been asking about you every time I teach them while you're on leave, so I know that you're making a huge difference in their lives. Yeah, and I can't wait to see what happens next for Oz's Music, so thank you so much.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Between the champagne hand jobs and kissing ass, not everyone's involved. On cocaine, rich streets, that's why the small kids have it all. Well, I mean, shit at the bottom of the business. They always tell me when you get it, you know it. But I've been following so long, it's like gravity's gone, I'm so close. If you're supposed to watch your mouth all the time, I got
Casey Martin. I teach flute and flute-related instruments at Oz's Music.
And I'm Sam Martin. I teach clarinet and saxophone at Oz's.
Hi to Steve and Leslie. Steve, I hope you're feeling better. We are going to play two movements from the Tamburitsa Dances by Gay Kakkonen. This is the Prelude and Tropanka.
Steve Adelson here. I first met Steve Oz in New York in 1983 at a guitar convention at the Felt Forum at Madison Square Garden. He was working with Emmett Chapman at the time. I didn't know much about the stick, but I was drawn to the booth. Eventually got my first stick, and the rest is history, so 1983 to present. Been in touch with Steve over the years, of course, at seminars. He put us up at his house at one of the Michigan seminars. He's done so much for the community through his store, through camps. He's a pillar in the community musically. As all of us sometimes encounter, we have some hardships. Right now, Steve is going through a little bit of a physical problem, and of course, economically, that is a little bit of a strain on the family and the store. I know the community is very generous. About 12 years ago, I lost my house to Hurricane Sandy in New York, and everybody came to the aid. We drew quite a bit of money, and it helped quite a lot. So if you can, please help Steve out, help the family out. A little financial contribution would be great. There'll probably be a link on this site. I think it's a GoFundMe. I'm not quite sure. I'm just making this video. But anyway, much love to Steve and his family, and we hope that everything works out. Please dig in. Stick community, music community. Steve has given a lot to us. Please, let's give back. Let's help this man. Let's help the family. Please contribute. I thank you very much. Thank you. Let's be generous. Help Steve out. I thank you very much. Have a great day.
Yo, Steve Oz, you the man. You the man, man. This is for you.
Dude, this is about improvisation, because you're the master of improvisation, and you bring improvisation and the love of music and the moment and the spirit to so many people. So let's jam. We have no idea what's going to happen. Here we go.
heart of the matter. It's the heart. It's the heart. The heart of the matter. Oh, 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 broken open. Oh, 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 my heart is broken open. It's the heart of the matter. Oh, we love is where the heart is. Heart is where the love is. Meet you on the other side. This is the other side. We'll meet you on the other side. This is the other side. This is the other side. This is the other side. The heart of the matter, heart of the matter, the heart of the matter is now.
Here's the maestro at work doing whatever it is he's doing.
I'm repairing guitars like I always do.
There he goes.
Thanks to Steve.
Yeah,
You know,
so
this place is home. This is the second home, you know. Love it here. Yeah, Steve pretty much saved my life. So, yeah, I gotta appreciate that, man. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing here at Oz's. I hope it doesn't go anywhere. We can be here forever and forevermore.
Well, who'd have thought it had been here for 30 years or whatever it is going on, man, and it's still standing, right?
Yeah.
And Oz is still standing, and people are, you know, coming and doing to get to. Everybody gets to find a niche like you got your thing going, right? That's
Absolutely.
really cool. That's
Absolutely.
really cool,
Yeah,
man.
All the energy goes into this place. I love it. And we're here.
All right, man.
Here to stay.
All right, bless you, bro. Carry on.
All right.
You heard it right here. Oz's music.
Hi, I'm Jeff Kindy. I've been teaching drums and percussion at Oz's Music since 2011. You know, Steve and Leslie are true pillars of the Ann Arbor music community. Steve's gift is music therapy and working with special needs kids. It's a calling he answers every time, giving of himself to the people who need him most. I'm going to show you a simple fill my first drum teacher taught me. It's an inverted double stroke roll around the drums. This is an intermediate level fill. If you can play a double stroke roll, you should have no problem working this up to speed. So as you already know, double strokes are right, right, left, left, 2 per hand. With an inverted double, all we're going to do is start with a single stroke. All following strokes are a double. Or you could think of it as we're just going to start on the second note. So instead of right, right, left, left, we're going to go right, left, left, right, right, left, left. This is what it sounds like slowly. I'm going to play my right hand on the floor tom, left hand on the snare so you can hear the difference. All right, so you play it a little faster, move it around the drums. I'm also going to accent the right hand. I leave my left hand on the snare and I ghost that so that the left hand is very quiet on the snare. The right hand is moving around the drums, creating the melody. So that's all good and fine. Let's add a beat and see what it sounds like in context. Now for the next step, I'm going to throw in some single strokes just to mix it up a little bit, keeping the same concept with the melody in the right hand, the ghost notes or accompaniment in the left hand. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit and show you some other possibilities, because by itself, it's cool for like 1 or 2 times. If you want to do it more than that, you need to mix things up a bit. And again, I'm going to add a beat now so we can hear some of that in context. There you go, inverted doubles around the drums. Have fun. Thank you so much for your time and your support. I hope to see you at Oz's Music.
Hey there, Oz. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're walking and talking, joking and a token. Anyway, I've got a new guitar here, and I've got it on an Oz strap. I've got an Oz pick. And let me just turn this thing on and see what happens.
Let's
Whoa.
play the guitar.
Okay.
The alphabet song.
No.
Rockin' Robin.
Okay.
He rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and a popping and a singing this song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin sing, sweet, sweet, rockin' Robin.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Rockin' Robin.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Guitar player. Here's what happens when you strum the guitar fast.
Take care. Love ya.
remember we're always with you. And then while you're away, we pray for you every day. We'll send you all our wishes to you. All our wishes we'll send to you. All our wishes, hey man, will be true. All our wishes, all our wishes, all our wishes we'll send to you.
Hi, Mr. Oz. I don't know if you remember me, but I was working with Tim with the No Obstacles concerts for a little while. I just wanted to send you a quick message to say that I hope you have a really speedy recovery and hope you get better soon.
Hey Steve, this is Cliff. Treetown Ukes sends their love for a speedy recovery. Here's a little magic for you. Help you along your way.
Hi, Oz. Steve Balog, wishing you a speedy recovery.
Hey, Oz, it's Wes down in Sneedville, sending you all kinds of good, speedy, get well vibe from Tennessee. We need you to come down when you get back on your feet. I know a lot of the guys are sending you messages. You know, we've been friends 30 years, 31 years now, and that don't happen too often with people. But you've been a good friend of mine and I'll get up there to see you, hopefully. Hopefully you get down here this spring or summer to play some music down here. The river's up. I don't know if this camera will adjust or not, but the bamboo's happening. The river's out of the bank down there right now. We've been getting rained on. Oh, I had the Darth Vader look there for a second. Anyway, get well soon. Tell everybody I love them. Get well soon. Tell everybody I love them. If you get out of line, tell Leslie to call me and I'll come up there and clean your clock for you. But if you need me to come up and cut your lawn, I guess I could too. I've been cutting this 35 acres here pretty much. But anyway, I love you and get well soon. I'm looking forward to see what everybody else has sent you. Keep sticking it. Bye.
I am Bob Culbertson, and I am dedicating this short little piece to Steve Osburn. And the song is inspired by Chunk of Funk, written by Steve. Steve Osburn has given so much to the stick community. An early adopter of the Chapman stick, he's one of the earliest seminar producers, one of the first people to stock the instrument in a music store, and in fact, as far as I know, one of the only people in the world that still stock the Chapman stick. And above that, he's given so much to his community through music seminars for children, lessons, and of course, a lot of his camps that he has run and music instruction for children with special needs. Steve has just done so much for the community, the Ann Arbor, greater Ann Arbor, and then beyond that into the Chapman stick community itself. So Steve, again, thank you so much for everything that you have done. And I look forward to seeing you again. I've always looked forward to seeing you and your family when I come up to the Ann Arbor Arts Festival to play. And once again, thank you. I'm going to play a little song, a short 1-minute piece inspired by Chunk of Funk.
That was landfill. Landfunk from landfill. Not here.
Hey, Steve. Have you made it out through that operation? I'm sure you're in pain, but not as much pain as we're in not having you around. So get yourself healed up and we can get out here to the yard, eat some gazpacho and play some music outside, enjoy ourselves. So glad you're good. Let us know if you need anything.
All right, there's Tommy York telling it like it is.
Thanks,
all right,
man.
bye.
I've met very few people to none that don't like music, that don't relate to music, and that it doesn't matter whether you're neurotypical or a person with special needs. There's something about music that engages.
Yeah, keep going. Oh, excuse me.
What are we singing? There's no singing.
There is singing now.
Yeah, and they're done. They don't have
Hey, keep your riff going. Keep your riff going. That was great. Get going. Let that get settled. Settle into that riff again.
Keep going. Better listen.
Yeah, settle into that riff. Yeah.
My name's Steve Osburn, and I own Oz's Music, and my wife runs it. Her name's Leslie Zager, and I usually teach year round. And one of the coolest things I do is a project mission called No Obstacles. I guess the whole idea is if you know obstacles, sometimes you can avoid them. And it's a fun play on words. And the initials KO kind of implies knockout band, which is, we can be pretty rocky and knockouty. I was inspired to work with children and music by my nephew, who at age 1 we started buying instruments for. As a child, feeding him these instruments, I was just fascinated at his response and his ability to understand music. I always knew that the sooner the better, as long as the interest was there. If the interest is there, feed that interest. Eventually, when I started working with special needs, that some of those skills I had working with 3 to 8-year-olds came through. I could apply some of those techniques to cognitively challenged folks. About 27 years ago, a boy named David Ziff walked in the room in my music environment. Autistic child. I just immediately felt this connection with him and that he wanted to be around music. And we related very well somehow. But David Ziff walked in the room. I knew he wanted to be around music. I spent a while with him trying to find something that would click. And I finally brought out a marimba that had removable tone bars, and I removed all the bars except for 4, A, G, F, and E. And I said, David, can you do this? And just go right down that row, one note at a time. Everybody give me an A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, G, F, E. A, G, F. Well, it's a firefly jammin' party boogie woogie. It's a firefly jammin' party boogie woogie. Once he got that, and we found something that he could repeat and that he enjoyed doing, but I added 4 more bars, C, D, E, and F. And we went the other direction, and I said 4 each. C, 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 D, 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 E, 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 F, 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 F. And he got that. And I said, all right, now we got a song. We got 2 parts to a song. And that was the very first No Obstacle song called Firefly. C, and there's Anthony playing on the keyboard. We ended up using it at one of his birthday parties, and it includes the names of the players of the band, and it's a very easy song to teach because of the notes in a row. A year passes, and I had a friend, had a son that lived a rock and roll drum. He was 7 or 8 year old, and it really sounded like drum set falling down the steps at first. I mean, it was, he didn't have much rhythm, but boy, he got good. And so we started, so I figured let's put those 2 together, and pretty soon other folks showed up with a variety of different special needs. And it's morphed over the 27 years a lot. It started with a core of 4 or 5 individuals, but we never left anybody out if somebody wanted to join up. 6 years ago, we started summer camps, and have always offered at least some form of scholarships for them. There's year-round rehearsals. Pre-COVID, we were having rehearsals with 14 people in one big room, and it was a bit chaotic, but a lot of fun. Did get to perform at the Arc, and we actually sounded quite good, warming up for the RFD boys. We've done many gigs over the years, a variety. We've played David's birthday party about 15 times, I think, maybe 20 at this time. Played some coffee houses, and one of our coolest gigs is we got to play for the music therapy conference, Midwest Music Therapy Conference. I was very honored. They gave me a certificate of acknowledging my activity in the music therapy world, not as a music therapist, but as a supporter. We actually sounded good there too. It was a neat conference. We had 300 music therapists watching us. I have this respect for truly educated music therapists at the same time as I think I'm doing a lot of good. And I came up with my own shingle that I actually like the title of better than music therapist. It's music enrichment specialist. For me, music therapist kind of implies I'm going to heal you with music, but a music enrichment specialist, I'm there to enrich myself and others through the medium of music. One young woman with cerebral palsy named Aurora, just this amazing ability to hear music and a great singer. I was doing all sorts of stuff to try to get 4 limbs going. So I said, let's get her on drums, get her doing the kick and the hi-hat, and get all 4 limbs going. At the same time as we're trying to get fine motor stuff going on the piano, and her hands are really, I mean, she's pretty severe cerebral palsy, so she real hard time controlling her fingers. After the first year, her mom said, "You've done more for her physical therapy than her physical therapist in 10 years." just giving her that, taking her love for music really motivated her to move those fingers the way she never moved them before, and move those arms and legs like she never moved them before. And she's doing great.
Well, there's an acorn here and an acorn there, an acorn everywhere. Today, going back to A. But it's easy to D, go to A. Nigel.
Well, if you learn those words, you know what notes to, the root notes to play for 12-bar blues. And so I'm verbally singing the cues. They don't have to look at music. They just find that note on the keyboard or the guitar. It worked so well with the special needs community, I thought, God, I'm going to use this for that's one of my first guitar lessons. I teach them an E, A, and D string, and I tell them to pluck those notes every 4 beats, and they're playing the bass notes of the 12-bar blues immediately. So it's kind of come full circle. One of the band members, he goes by Cyclone. I was giving him guitar lessons, and his second lesson he came in and goes, he was also a visual artist. He goes, check it out, I'm writing a comic book of superheroes that are also a band. And he called them Tab 5. And they each had their own names. He called himself Cyclone. And they all had their own superpowers. And I go, great, let's write a theme song for your band, or for this comic book. And so we composed a little song about Tab 5. And the next week he's singing it and playing it. I look over and his mom's crying. She'd never heard him sing. No Obstacles is all inclusive. I really like to blend abilities and paths that way. And some people have different degrees of special needs or at different times of life, whether it's cognitive, physical, emotional, spiritual, financial. My definition of special needs is about everybody.